Yo, what's up guys, welcome to the Mccallister Ransack Escalation. Mine is Mr. Freeze2244. We're going to be doing all 3 levels, Son, Assassin, as usual. If you've missed any escalations that I've covered so far today, that came out today, there's a link in the description on the full playlist of videos that I've covered for all the escalations. For level 1, we have to take the letter opener from the west property, and we have to take the filigree egg from the Wilson property. It's just about stealing items. So we're going to bring along the basic equipment apart from bringing on the lockpick. So that's all you're going to pretty much need is just the lockpick for this one. And it's very straightforward for level 1 and 2 really. Level 3 is the only place really it starts to get a little bit more tricky. But for level 1 we're going to go straight to the Wilson house first. And we're actually going to go straight through to the front door. So the filigree egg is actually going to be on the top floor and the top room to the right. There's no locked doors or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about too much. No NPCs up here either. We're quite safe to grab that filigree egg and then go through the back garden to head towards the west property. So if you don't know who that is, that's the woman that's a psycho murderer. The muffin lady. Yeah, we're going to pass through the back garden now. We're not actually going to go through the through Janice's garden because it's obviously a lot more guards there and it's very much more risky. So we're actually going to go around this way purely because there's just no danger. We're avoiding all the cameras, we're avoiding all the guards, so it's just nice and safe, nice and simple. There's absolutely no need to rush through that area. Like my videos are always about safety and all doing the safest options and safest routes. If there's efficiency there to be gained, but as long as it's safe, then fair enough. But when it comes to taking risks just for the sake of it, then I don't see the point. But here's Helen West's house, the last house on the right. I'm going to use the lockpick to get in through our front door. Going to go straight up the landing and then take a right. I would recommend going right because if you go left you will trigger that fish that makes music and then it will distract Helen West upstairs. But once we grab that letter opener, we're just going to go back out the front door, then head straight to the exit. Now the nearest exit for me is the default start location exit where you take the bus. There's multiple locations that you can exit throughout the map, but really if I'm looking back at it in hindsight, because I'm doing post commentary here, I probably would have taken out the construction worker in the corner. I think he has a key for the gate, so you can take that exit as well. But I don't know how much time that takes, and it might even take more time than just rushing straight to this exit right over here. But it's entirely up to you. There's an option for you. You could probably alternatively bring along a tranquilizer and trank him for the key. I'm just giving you options there, just spitballing ideas. I'm just going to exit the mission here and get our Son Assassin level confirmed, and then we can move on to level 2. Yeah, but yeah, this entire escalation is a bit strange because I actually thought you had to overflow the sinks during this escalation, because I'm pretty sure they mentioned that during the live stream that you had to overflow sinks and like flood the areas, because it's obviously a reference to Home Alone. So I don't know why they didn't do that. But for level 2, the complication is by entering any house or garden, they're now trespassing areas in all disguises. So we have to just be aware of that. I'm going to bring along the same equipment as we did in the previous level, but that's the only change that's of note. But really, the difference between level 2 and level 1 for my routes is there's barely any difference between them. Because for level 1, we are actually going to go straight through the front door anyway. There is NPCs around. We are technically in a trespassing area right now because of the complication, but it doesn't change much when it comes to this because there's no one around to actually see you and spot you and to ruin this on Assassin Rating. But we are actually going to go back out the front door instead of going through the garden, because if we do, obviously we'll get spotted, so that's the reason why we're coming back out the front. We're going to jump over this fence over here to enter this garden. There's no one around. We are in a trespassing area, but because there's no one around, we can't get spotted by anybody. So we're actually quite safe. Then we're going to pass through this garden here. I don't know why I'll use a lockpick on this door. I could have just jumped over the fence. But never mind. I always tend to do things that sometimes I just don't understand in post commentary. I'm like, why did I do that? But never mind. But yeah, there's nothing really different between here and now. Between the end of the last level, everything is pretty much the same. The house on the right, last one on the right. The one with the pink door. But yeah, you do need to watch out for that fish that's on the top landing, because if you do trigger that, Helen West will come upstairs and she just, I don't know, she's always around and it just delays your exits and shit like that. So Just need to watch out for that fish up there. There's also sometimes guards come through the back door as well, so just watch out for those. So once we lockpicked our way into the room, grab the letter opener, and then head straight to the exit. Again, you can use any exit you want to, but I've chosen to use the exit that I started with. I think at this point in time, when I was actually recording this, I just really couldn't be bothered to think about any other way of getting exits. I'm pretty sure the ICA titanium crowbar could help you out here. If you brought along the crowbar instead of the lockpick, then maybe you can use them for the manhole covers. I'm not completely sure. If someone can confirm that in the comments, that you can use the ICA crowbar on the manholes, that would be great, because I haven't even tested it myself, so I'm not completely sure. I assume so. I don't see why not. I mean, crowbar's a crowbar, isn't it? But there shouldn't really be too much difference there. But once we've exited the mission here, we've got a nice easy silent assassin for level 2. Level 3 is the only time it really gets interesting, really, when it comes to the deviation of the complications. But let's just get our confirmation of the silent assassin. Let's move on to level 3 then. So for level 3, we're not allowed to enter or exit any properties through exterior doorways or garages. And when you steal an item, we have to steal another item within 90 seconds until all the items are stolen. And we have an additional item to steal. So we're going to bring along the titanium crowbar for this one, which we unlock in that crowbar challenge pack that we had in Whittleton Creek last week. Because it just saves you like 2 or 3 seconds or so. So you may as well bring a lot longer if you have it. If you don't have it, lockpick is no problem. You just get a little less time to play with. So from the very start, we need to climb up this pipe here because we can't use any front doors or garages, and we have to climb through this window. We are in a trespassing area as well, of course. This is Cassidy's house, so there's going to be a lot of guards around, and there's going to be cameras too. So we're going to shoot out that camera right there. Open this door. There's going to be a guard on the landing as well as a camera. We're going to wait for this guard to turn around first, and then we're going to enter the room that's just opposite 47. And that is where the golden idol is going to be. It's going to be in a safe. So I'm just going to wait for this guard to turn around first. Once you enter the room, you're going to notice the camera. But we're going to wait for that guard to leave the room and then shoot the camera out. Go ahead and break into the safe using your lockpick or crowbar. Grab the golden idol, then head out the window. You're safe to drop down from here as well. As long as you're sticking to me or sticking with my time, you shouldn't have a guard outside here. I'm going to shoot out the camera. Then head straight to the Wilson's house. We have plenty of time for this, for all the Wilsons, the filigree egg that is, that's in Wilson's house. So you don't need to worry too much about the first one. So we are going to climb up this pile up here, but people are going to be staring at you and they're going to be making comments or throwing all sorts of insults at you, but you don't need to worry about them because we're not trespassing until we're actually in the house. So that's the reason why they didn't react in like a suspicious kind of way. But we're just going to grab that filigree egg there, go back the way we came, jump out of the window and then drop right down. And again, what we're going to do is the same thing as we did in the previous 2 levels. It might be slow, but we do have some time to spare. We are pretty much just running the entire way, so you don't need to worry about if you have enough time or not. I think in the end we have about 5, 6 or 7 seconds spare or something like that. But this is a safe option to use, and of course you're running the entire way. There's nothing here to trip you up. That's the reason why I didn't change the route, because there's no reason to. Nothing's going to slow you down, so it's just a run straight there really. And that's the reason why I didn't do any different routes. You're probably thinking there's not a lot of time there. There isn't, but at the end of the day, like I said, nothing to slow you down. So we can't go through the front door of this house, so we need to climb up here as well on this pipe. So we are going to go through the window. Just follow my route once you get into the house as well, because we are going to avoid that fish that's on the landing that I mentioned. So we are going to circle all the way around the top. So go out this door, opposite, and then opposite again, break into this door. You've got 10 seconds from this point. Go ahead and grab the letter opener, and that's it. We're going to go back out the way we came because the rules restrict us to do that. Because we can't go out the front door because we will get our mission failed. And once we're dropped down there, we can head straight to the exit. and it's relatively simple. But yeah, I'm wondering why that they mentioned that you had to overflow sinks, and I'm pretty sure they showed it in the trailer as well. They had to overflow sink, because this is obviously a reference to Home Alone, isn't it? And the whole wet bandit situation, you know, with the crowbar and the stealing things, and yeah, so especially with the name Mccallister as well. I'm pretty sure that was one of the stipulations, but for some reason it's not actually in this escalation. I don't know why. I wonder why they've done that. I'm not going crazy, am I? I'm not actually making that up. Someone else has actually seen it, hasn't it? Because I'm pretty sure they mentioned it during the live stream. But anyway, once we've exited here for the level 3 of this escalation, we are going to get a Silent Assassin confirmation. You don't actually unlock anything for this one, but it was a fun escalation overall. I think it was pretty good. But yeah, easy Silent Assassin for level 3, and that's all 3 levels done. And that's going to do it for this video, so thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video if it helped you out. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams. If you've missed any videos that I've covered so far for all these escalations, there's a link in the description for the full playlist of videos. Big shout out to Argyle, Finn Parkinson and the Shade for becoming top tier Psycho Assassin members of the channel. I really do appreciate it. Again, there's a join button below if you want to join that. And that's pretty much going to do it for this one. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.